grieving mom makes an impossible choice that pays off thanks to an elderly couple. It was a special autumn day for Valerie Watts and Jimmy Hamblin when the doctor announced to the 28-year-old woman and her fiancé that they were pregnant with their second child, a boy. The couple, parents to 7-year-old daughter Nevaeh, were very excited to welcome the new family member. They all agreed to name him Noah and eagerly went to work putting a nursery together for him. Over the ensuing 9 months of pregnancy, the couple bought light blue baby clothes. They collected teddy bear toys and a snug white crib for Noah to sleep in. Days before she was due, however, Valerie stopped feeling the soft kicks and subtle stirrings of the baby in her womb. All week, I knew something was off, the mother recalled. I was very nervous. Her nerves, as it turned out, were warranted. Hours after the doctors performed a cesarean section on the worried mother, they met with Valerie and Jimmy to deliver some terrible news. Baby Noah didn't make it. He had no heartbeat. The umbilical cord, doctors theorized, had become compressed in the womb, making it impossible for the necessary nutrients and oxygen to make it to the baby. Over the next few months, the devastated couple did what anyone who lost a child would. They grieved, imagining life with the child that never was by day, while enduring nightmares where they saw his smiling face by night. Meanwhile, that nursery full of teddy bears, clothes, and the tiny white crib was a painful reminder of a stolen future. So, still grieving, the parents organized a garage sale to sell off the never-used toys and gear. Valerie laid out all of Noah's shirts and booties. She propped up his toys on fold-out tables. Neighbors and passers-by picked through all of it. The little white crib, however, was not for sale. The crib was too personal, too real, and selling it, Valerie thought, would be a far too painful process. She tucked it away in the corner of the garage where it went mostly unnoticed until Gerald and Lorene Campula showed up. See, Gerald had a hobby. He was a craftsman who liked to make things out of worn headboards. When the 75-year-old saw the crib in the corner and all its pristine recyclable wood, he knew he had to make an offer. At first, Valerie refused to sell the crib, but she reconsidered when she learned about the craftsman hobby. I was a little bit at peace with selling it, she said, because he'd make something nice. Knowing the long-term pain of keeping it would eventually outdo the sharp pain of selling, Valerie relented and sold the white crib to Gerald for $2. He was happy with the sale until he talked to Lorene on the way home. In the car, Lorene recalled an experience at the garage sale. After seeing the spread of clothes and toys, she had thought Valerie was simply selling clothes her son outgrew, so she asked how old her son was now. This was when Valerie told Lorene her story about Noah. So, to Lorene, driving away with the crib didn't sit right, and when she told her husband what she knew, he agreed, especially considering the Campula family history. As parents to 15 children, they knew what a child meant to a young mother, and as grandparents who'd lost a grandchild, they knew, at least partially, what the loss of a child can do to a family. So the Campulas, feeling almost like robbers getting away with prized property, agreed the crib needed to return to Valerie and Jimmy. Still, Gerald knew it couldn't go back to them in its current form. He needed to work his craftsman magic. Gerald brought the crib into his workshop. There the pieces of wood lay on the floor, half-finished benches lined the walls, and one of his more ambitious projects, an ATV made out of PVC pipes, sat amidst a daydream-worthy tool collection. The retired grandfather started tinkering away at the little white crib, cutting and measuring wood, hammering nails, and mixing paint. When finished, he knew Valerie would be delighted. A week later, Gerald finished the project. He loaded what was once a crib into his car and drove it back to Valerie and Jimmy's home, where he presented his reworked vision to the couple. With incredible handiwork, Gerald turned that crib, once relegated to spend a lifetime in the corner of a dark garage, into a bright, beautiful bench, a memorial to the beautiful life taken too soon. This, Gerald figured, was the perfect way to honor the boy he never knew. An unused crib is a sad reminder, he said. A bench is more of a memorial. It's part of that sad happening, yet it's not a reminder like an empty crib would be. There was no video of this presentation. No one jotted down or recorded Valerie's and Jimmy's reactions, but there is little doubt that on that summer's day, the couple cried and celebrated the bench between them. Valerie offered Gerald money for his time, money for his work, money for being so kind in a sometimes painfully cruel world. He declined any payment. It's just nice to be able to do something for someone, he said. It's nice to help people. And so it was that Valerie and Jimmy had a new living room decoration. The bench sat beside a bookcase which supported photos of Noah, his handprints, his footprints, and an urn of his ashes. It all helps the family cope. In a way, when I'm sitting in it, I feel comforted by his presence, even though he's not here, Valerie said. It's like a peaceful, it's okay type of feeling. When I sit down, I can sit on the bench and I feel okay. Everything's going to be okay.